tell you something, AJ.
Today we will discuss some topics that have been going on, such as no savage exposed for texting Youngins. Riff gets bagged for his chain. And we will also get into this recent no-jumper Young Dizzy interview. The first topic we will get into is Riff gets bagged for his chain. Riff is a rapper from Trenton Park who is close to other rappers from Trenton Park, such as Wardy and Wop. Riff has been gaining a lot of views on his music videos throughout the years, and he would gain some traction in the tabloids after he would go viral for being one of the suspects in a LA dispensary robbery. The suspects in this robbery would hop a gate 2 cars deep and break in through the back door, cleaning out the entire dispensary inventory.
Shop in Silver Lake hit by a group of burglars. The owner says the suspects appeared to know exactly where to go and what to do. Eyewitness News reporter Ashley Mackey has the details.
Police are looking for a group of men who were caught on security cameras breaking into a dispensary in Silver Lake early Wednesday morning.
And they all just kind of filed in, and we just watched them, unload into 2 cars. Like 6 guys just unloading into 2 cars full, and they drove off. Couldn't even close the trunk.
Police say the burglary took place around 12:30 a.m. You can see the suspects hopped over the fence from the alley behind the shop and were prepared with some kind of tool they used to break into the rear door. Toby says he got the notification from his security company, but arrived just minutes after the suspects got away.
It was pretty obviously they were told where everything was at. They could have even been on the phone with someone directing them around, it seemed.
Toby says since they opened in 2006, they've had several robberies, but this is the first one since 2014, and it's by far the biggest. He estimates the suspects stole about $500,000 worth of marijuana and cannabis-related product. He's hoping insurance will be able to help, but says this will be a major setback.
It's discomforting, to say the least. In this day and age, it's hard to make it in this business, and this doesn't help much.
Toby says he believes this was an inside job. Police say they have no one in custody yet.
Recently, Riff would allegedly be bagged after his chain would surface with a caption saying, "Took." Riff can be seen in this same chain on his album that is supposed to be dropping soon. The streets would go crazy over this Riff getting bagged situation, and Skino would even post and say to bring it to him. Do you think Riff will still drop this album after getting bagged?
Let me tell you something, AJ.
For the next topic, we will discuss No Savage caught texting a youngin. Recently, 37th rapper No Savage would come home, and after he would come home, he would instantly get back to work dropping music back to back, and he would even get a feature with popular rapper Huncho. No Savage would be exposed recently after a youngin would come out and post No Savage in her DMs and liking all her TikToks. The youngin would post No Savage and say it was funny to experience. The streets would go crazy over this, and they would even say that back in the day, Savage used to post at the high school with Bird Sheesty hunting for youngins. Do you think No Savage career will be in jeopardy because of this? The streets would react.
Let me tell you something, AJ.
And for the last topic, we will discuss Young Dizzy No Jumper interview. Recently, Young Dizzy would go on No Jumper, and he would discuss things like becoming a rapper and his rough upbringing in DC. 3 Osama was supposed to be alongside Young Dizzy, but he would get locked up on armed robbery charges a few days before the interview. Adam 22 would ask Young Dizzy what's a free car and what are free cars used for, and Young Dizzy would not want to answer the question. Adam would then go on a No Jumper podcast after the interview and basically say that the Young Dizzy interview was boring because Dizzy didn't tip enough. Do you think most DC rappers lack the entertainment aspect of being a rapper? That's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe.
Even the other day, I interviewed this dude, Young Dizzy from DC. And later, Ross, appreciate you. And, you know, I'm listening to his music, and he's got a bunch of songs that are blatantly, like, dissing his ops, whoever his ops are. And then I'm asking him about it in the interview, and he basically, even though he's a young-ass kid, he basically declined to give any kind of information about who's beefing with, who's got problems with, etc. And, okay, I mean, would the interview have been a little bit more interesting if he had spent 20 minutes talking to us about all the crazy street shit in DC? I mean, yeah, for sure, but I'm not going to hold it against him that he doesn't want to do that. I'm not going to even really push him, you know? It's like the worst I would even do is like bring up a quote. Oh, in this song, like he had a song called Cruddy K. Yeah. I don't actually know who the Cruddies are, what Cruddy means, etc. I just asked him what that means. He's laughing his ass off. He can't, you know, but you know, he ultimately isn't telling me shit. And it's like with Brick, it's like I feel like one of the signature things about No Jumper, when we first started it, I'd be interviewing these underground rappers, talking to them for an hour and a half, and people would be like, I can't believe you're willing to give an hour and a half long interview to these dudes that realistically most people don't take very serious, don't treat as if they really have something to say.
So I was planning on doing an interview with Young Dizzy and 3 Osama, who are two of the up-and-coming champions of DC right now. Apparently, Osama got locked up, which we can get into, I guess. Not necessarily. But out here, something happened?
Nah, out here, no, hell no.
Oh, before y'all got on the flight.
The shit back at home happened, so
okay.
I don't really want to get into it for real.
But is it a serious situation?
Nah.
Or is it some shit where you're going to be out in a week?
To be honest, I don't really know for real, so I can't really speak on it. That's why I don't really speak on it, because I don't really know for real.
Okay.
Like how the situation is.
Interesting. But so, all right, Dizzy, let's get into a little bit of your upbringing. Where are you from exactly? Let's talk about it.
From Kenilworth, Northeast. That's in Northeast part of Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was it like coming up out there?
No, normal shit for the trenches.
For sure.
Yeah.
Regular
hood shit for real.
Crazy or boring? One or the other. You got to pick one
Crazy,
or the other.
I say crazy.
So every day you woke up and go to school and it's just madness going on outside?
I wouldn't necessarily say madness. I mean, it's a good neighborhood, but you know shit happening in the neighborhood. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up, I seen a lot of shit, so.
Right. I mean,
just adapt to it.
One thing I kind of get from watching interviews with y'all is that the cops are crazy out there.
Fuck yeah, I hate the police out there.
Why do you think it's so nuts in terms of how on
that's
it
probably because the rapping shit and the rapping shit lead to like shit actually, you know what I'm saying? Shit getting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just be a back and forth rap beefs. You know what I'm saying? So police,
so that's a big problem out there?
What, rap beefs?
Yeah.
That shit, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit like two-sided. Like it's either you on this side or you on this side. Like so you pick a side. Niggas don't even be meaning to pick a side and they pick sides. So
really,
that's just how that shit is out there, man.
I feel like, you know, Chicago, New York, LA, they all got crazy ass rap scenes, and then the cops obviously are all over it because they see that as kind of being the root of a lot of the crime and shit. But with DC, I feel like the rap scene is like comparatively small, but you're saying that like the cops are just super on it regardless.
They just be dick around. I hate DC police.
Really?
Me personally, I just hate DC police.
Damn. What you got like a memory of like your first bad encounter with them?
Yeah. I was shooting a video. I think I was on live. I was shooting a video. They came, swarmed the jump. I'm still shooting a video. Like I got like 10 to 15,000 in my hand, like flashing in their face. Long story short, they tricked me. They snatched me up. No, they snatched me up and snatched the money up. I don't. For what reason? I didn't know at the time. But I guess they were trying to say I was selling some drugs, or some shit. That was some bullshit.
And you never had any luck with getting it back?
Nah. I didn't even try to get it back because that shit out there. You try to get some money back from them, they gonna take it. They gonna do that. That shit gonna take forever.
Really? So give up 10, 15K? That feels like a huge amount of money to just be like, nah, y'all can have it.
Some shit you can't control, especially with the police. So.
For sure. Wait, so okay, what was your family situation like growing up? Were you
I always had a stable family, always.
Yeah.
Like always. Like I grew up, I get shit I want, but like I said, like I just fell into the wrong lane. So that shit just took it. You know what I'm saying? I adapted to that shit.
What for the people out there, what is a free car? And what's free car
like
music?
A stolen car.
Right.
But free car music is basically like gangster music. But I guess you could just say like city-wise, like DC-wise gangster music.
I mean, a lot of different cities have a big stolen car problem, but why do y'all call it free car music?
I don't know.
It's a free car.
It's a free. I don't know. I ain't invent the word. Like we ain't. I don't know. That shit just been in the city for a long time.
So what are y'all doing with these free cars?
I guess niggas is getting the cars and niggas riding around in them. I don't know.
Just riding around, not doing any dirty business in these cars.
Man, I don't know nothing about that.
No, I listen to a lot of Lil Durk. I hear about a lot of things that people are doing with these cars.
No, I don't know nothing.
No, you don't know about that.
Nothing about that.
Good. That's a good answer. But when you first start hearing the term "free car," because I noticed that Fat Trail got a song called "Free Car." This is like pretty popular slang out there.
I don't know. I guess the slang like took a toll on everybody. Like everybody just started using that shit. For real.
That's one of y'all words though. Like
yeah,
only
free
y'all.
car. Yeah, only
y'all
DC say that shit.
Yeah.
I never heard no other city state say that shit.
No, for sure.